And hello everyone and welcome back to another video. No, it's been a little long since my last one, but we're going to dive into something great today. So I kind of want to go over the Pope's audience hall today, a performance by Madonna and the song by Lady Gaga as well. The occult is definitely out there. It is in front of our faces. I'm just going to get into some of it. Not going to get into great detail. However, I'm going to leave some articles down there you can check out, and you can definitely see the details in the things I'm going to be talking about. Again, there's a lot of things that you can find online. We live in the age of technology, the age of information. The rabbit hole goes very, very deep. So you're not going to be able to look at Hollywood the same, at politicians the same, at famous people the same. But I'm just telling you this to highlight that there is evil in the world and that there is good in the world. And this just establishes more evidence towards Jesus Christ being, the only God, the only living God. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Again, I'm not trying to get at you guys hating at these people or throwing hate at this. Again, there's a lot of people that have power, and you don't want to mess kind of with those people. You don't want to get involved in that. So I just kind of want to highlight what evil is being put out in front of our faces and what do these symbols mean, or what is this symbology, or what are they trying to portray to you, right? So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Pope's Audience Hall, which is also known as the Hall of the Pontifical Audiences, or Paul VI Audience Hall. But what if I told you that a church designed as a snakehead? Does that sound believable? Well, hang on. If you aren't one to subscribe to these sorts of attributions, conspiracy theories, it can be hard to follow, like I've said. Typically, your average conspiracy theory will require a lot of calculations and have numerous implied points. However, research into different cults and secret organizations in the modern world have been a hot topic before the 21st century began. Organizations like the Illuminati and the elite are always under scrutiny, and that is why it's a bit strange to see a reasonably obvious representation from a conspiracist. So, looking at the structure from outside, you will notice a simple curvature. Nervi is known for its practical and straightforward designs, so you won't think that the audience hall is too far off. But if you look at the full photo below, juxtaposed with the viper's head, and let's see if you still think that it's a simple practical design. So pay extra attention to the narrow rounded front with nostrils, the eyes in the middle, and the wide back. And don't forget the curvature at the top. Now let's also talk about the windows. What about the windows? There are two of them, one on each side of the building. We aren't paranoid, I promise. But they really do resemble the eyes of a viper. Now check out this image. Note the two windows on either side of the building. Now compare them to the eyes in the viper picture. Do you see anything strange? And there's also a slit in the center of the eye-shaped windows that resemble a reptile eye. Again, because they have, two separate sets of eyelids. One that goes sideways, one that goes, normal, up and down. It's super creepy when you look at it together, but when you have two reptilian eyes boldly staring back at you, and then there are fangs. If you check out the image from the front part of the Pope's Audience Hall, you notice something down the center. The two pillars on either side of the statue-like figure in the middle is what you should be looking at. Now compare it to the two sharp and pointed fangs you'd find on a viper. Now that you have the details sorted out, here are a full picture showing you all the individual elements together. The whole layout of the building, which is meant to be taken as a snake. So look at it real well. And then we have the real creepy part about all this. Fascinis la resurrección. So the resurrection of Christ, right? The resurrection statue was installed in 1977 and has been praised in the past for its exquisite workmanship. But if you look at it in the light of what we just discovered, you might see a bit differently. Oddly, the relief surrounding the Messiah already looks very ghoulish in its extensions and shapes, but what really stands out is the head of the Messiah, suspiciously evolving into what looks like a snake's head. So if you look at it from the front, you won't really notice anything off except that it's very creepy from the beginning. But the first impression you get is that his hair is blowing in the wind, right? But conspiracy theorists argue that the Messiah's head looked like it's turning into a reptile too. And if you see, in fact, from this angle, you can see it definitely looks like a T-Rex head, something, a reptile head. I don't know if it's trying to look like a dinosaur, a viper, a crocodile, I don't know, but it's definitely looking like a reptile's head. Now, if you have all the facts we have, it's time for you to decide what dark secrets might be responsible for this weird and creepy architectural choices. Conspiracy rises and falls on the wings are enough evidence to support the motion. However, it seems like the combination of all these elements, shapes, eyes, fangs, scales, and statues is too much of a coincidence to ignore. And again, the Catholic Church has definitely not had a good reputation with a lot of things. And it is no coincidence that this article just came out saying that the French clergy sexually abused over 200,000 children since 1950. And it is definitely a good idea to differentiate the Catholic Church with Christians, right? They both believe in Christ. However, the practices that the Catholic Church has and the doctrine that they teach, and kind of like the religion, is definitely wrong. It's not based on biblical values, and they're definitely satanic. I'm not gonna hide it to you. A lot of the top people of the Catholic Church have a lot of secrets and are definitely involved with the higher ups of the elite. So again, this is just my opinion. This is just what I've gathered. You're definitely more than welcome to make your own opinion. However, if you read the Bible and you understand that, you know that the Catholics are definitely deceiving people. And Jesus said that there's going to be a lot of people deceiving in the last days. So again, I just want to highlight that the Catholic Church is really not on your side. But as you can see, they definitely have some occult meanings into it. You can definitely do more research on that if you want. However, we're going to move forward to Madonna's performance with Quavo at Eurovision 2019. So stay put. Alright, so now I kind of want to get into Madonna's and Quavo's Eurovision Song Contest 2019 performance. There's a lot of occult meanings, and a lot of it resembles a ritual that you would kind of do. And this is kind of foul that they would really do this in front of your face again. Like, they're popular, they show off their power, and they let you know who they serve. So at first, Madonna has this X costume, and she definitely says in her Twitter, Lady X has many faces. Again, she's telling you that she doesn't just have that one face that she portrays to the public. She has many secrets and many faces that she doesn't show to the public, but she's definitely involved, and you can see it again and again with her performances that she is not a godly figure. Again, she's definitely part of the secret society, and we'll definitely back it up with this evidence. So again, she has that outfit that says Lady X has many faces. She begins this performance with a bunch of hooded figures in front of a staircase. And then she comes out with her outfit. Obviously, she's standing at the center, just like she would be doing a ritual. Then she comes out and she starts kind of slaying these people with, gas masks, telling them, they've got to fight. They got something inside that, leads them to light. However, she starts killing these people, telling them, there's no way you're gonna make it. This future Earth is only promised to the elite, to the ones that have been chosen. Then at the end of the performance, she just finishes with the word "wake up." Again, she just flashes it 3 times, telling you wake up. Telling you that, the masses are asleep. They won't really notice until it's too late. And again, all these words that have meanings like enlightenment, wake up, illuminate, awaken, they're letting you know that they're awakened. They are part of this, secret club, secret society, and that you won't be able to, take part in it. But the most ironic part is that they're not going to be part of it eventually either, but they don't really know that, and they won't tell them that because they're puppets again. They also, I kind of want to read a little bit of the lyrics that Quavo and Madonna were singing, because it definitely lets you know what they're planning, or what is coming to the future. And this song is called Future again. I'm gonna read a little bit of the lyrics. It says, "Not everyone is coming to the future. Not everyone is learning from the past. Not everyone can come into the future. Not everyone that's here is going to last." Again, they repeat it again. Not everyone's coming to the future. Then you get to kind of the verse, which says, "You ain't woke. Come here woke and hear the broken. Come give hope. Come give life. Only get one, so we gotta live it right. Come make peace. Come with faith and inspiration. Come complete you. Advice, positive vibes. Open your mind. Open your eyes." Yeah. And again, they kind of do the same lyrics over again. If you want to take a look at the lyrics, they're definitely very foul, but you can look at the performance and really hear it in real time. So again, what are they telling you? You're not woke. You're not coming to the future. You're not going to last, because in the future, only the powerful, the rich, the elite, only those get to survive. So they're telling you right here, you're not coming to the future. Even if you think you're woke, or you think you got it all figured out, the future is not going to be what you really think it is going to be. So they're telling you right there, positive vibes, open your mind, again, open your eyes, all sorts of new age language that they're trying to portray to you. Again, what they show you here, you take it into your mind, and again, it affects your subconscious, it affects your spirit if you're not walking in truth. So again, most people don't know they're deceived because they don't believe this is real. So they're like, oh, whatever, it's just art, it's just a performance, it's just lyrics. However, if you would take a look at the spiritual world and see what is really happening, you would open your eyes very, very quick. So again, I'm exposing this so you can see the connections. You can see that there is an evil side to this. I think that's enough for Madonna. You can definitely go look at the performance. It's very eerie, very dark. However, that's Madonna's style, and she's always done stuff like that. But that is it for that Madonna performance. Now I kind of want to look at one last one, which would be Lady Gaga's Sky video, which is, again, even more disturbing than the Madonna performance. But let's get right into it. Alright, and now for the last topic that we're going to be looking at is going to be the occult meaning of Lady Gaga's video, GUY. Again, if you have seen the video, you haven't seen the video, I would definitely recommend it so you can see it in real action. It's definitely a creepy video. It has a lot of things wrong with it, and she definitely can tell you what side she's fighting for. She has definitely said, Satan is her light bringer. So it is definitely no coincidence that she would be doing stuff like this. Again, I'm going to be going over the blatant symbolism. I'm going to leave the article down below if you want to find out more details and find out more about the occult meaning of this video. But I'm going to be going over the blatant symbolism that Lady Gaga shows. So the first scene of the video is an enigmatic one, clearly announcing that it's a Gaga production, right? So it begins with a bunch of men in suits fighting in a field, grabbing dollar bills. Then we see Lady Gaga on the ground with wings on her back. Gaga is pierced by an arrow, which is apparently shot by one of the guys in the suits. But why was Gaga shot down? Do the men represent the music industry scumbags? One thing is for sure, Gaga was an angel flying in the sky, minding her own business, then was shot down, becoming a falling angel. And who's the most important falling angel in history? Well, Lucifer, of course. Lucifer is definitely a fallen angel because he tried to get greedy, tried to be as powerful as God, and he got sent down to the earth as a fallen angel, right? One can argue that Gaga is playing the role of fallen angel might not imply that she's referring to Lucifer, but if you look at the symbolism later in the video, it suggests strongly towards it. Much of the video plays on the esoteric association between Lucifer, Venus, and Ishtar, which I will cover a little further down. Again, another scene is Lucifer/Gaga arrives in front of the Heart's castle and it is greeted by hooded men. So of course the two guardians of the castle of the occult elite won't let Lucifer die like this. They get her inside the castle so she can get a ritual fit for a fallen angel. When Gaga enters the castle, the song Venus begins. Gaga's entire album is centered around multiple representations of Venus. She's dressed as Venus, as depicted in Botticelli's painting, The Birth of Venus. The theme of Venus is still central in numerous symbolic ways, including its esoteric association with Lucifer. Again, if you see a lot of Venus symbolism, they love Venus because it represents Lucifer. Since ancient times, the planet Venus has been known as the morning star and the evening star. The Romans designated the morning aspect of Venus as Lucifer, meaning light bringer. In the Bible, Lucifer, the angel cast out of the heavens, is also referred to as the morning star. So again, you can start connecting the dots here, see how Venus is definitely linked to occult and ancient history, that it is referring to the morning star, the light bringer, who they refer to as Lucifer. Again, if you're a Christian, we know that he's definitely not the light bringer. He's definitely the fallen angel that tries to be the imposter, right? He tries to be like God, but he's definitely not as powerful as him. Then in another scene, while dying, Lucifer Gaga is being carried by hooded men. The path to her burial site is paved with the symbol of the Star of Ishtar. The 8-pointed Star of Ishtar has been mentioned several times on this video. It's an important symbol of occult mysteries. Ishtar is the Babylonian goddess of fertility, love, war, and sexuality, and it is considered to be the divine personification of the planet Venus. This ancient Semitic symbol, therefore, completes the esoteric representation of the concept of Lucifer, Venus, Ishtar, a profound, mysterious, and extremely important concept of the mystery of the occult secret societies. So again, it is connected to Lucifer, to these secret societies. Again, if this was not all connected, then it would just be a bunch of garbage, right? There would be no connections. There would be, adoring whatever god they would want. But it always comes back to Lucifer because there is only one God. People are deceived and think, there's a bunch of gods, or there's no God. However, they're letting you know right here that there is occult meaning in these symbols, and they've been used for rituals for years, hundreds of years, by ancient civilizations. So again, in another scene, Gaga is placed an arrangement of flowers and monarch butterflies. This is the way of saying that Gaga's death and rebirth is done through monarch programming. After the death ritual, Gaga is reborn and greets Himerus, the god of sexual desire. Her hair is now platinum blonde from being an angel. Gaga is now all about sexuality. This is where the video kind of takes a turn and it just becomes a sexual video all the way till the end. After the rebirth, everything in the video turns to white and things become highly sexual. While Gaga's rebirth is happening, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills make an appearance, playing the role of muses, daughters of Zeus. The fact that they clearly do not know how to play these instruments, and there's no harp, cello in the actual song, add to the fact that this is all about being fake, phony, and plastic. Again, they just portray an image to you that is not their true self, because Satan loves to play tricks, right? He's the greatest deceiver. So it is no wonder that his people are going to be deceiving people as well. In another scene, Gaga has her head on a work created by the Lego artist Nathan Sawaya. A great way to show how Gaga persona is artificially built and completely empty inside. Again, she has no heart, she has no morality, she has nobody telling her what to do. She just goes by her desires. Then in another scene, Himeros was an Erotes, a collective of winged gods associated with love and lust. Here, Gaga's dancers play the roles of various erotes. Then again, we see Gaga holding a Lego apple with a bite taken from it. And if you're a Christian, you will know that this is a reference to the Garden of Eden. The apple was given by Lucifer and gave humans knowledge of good and evil. Lucifer is viewed as a savior who gave humans the knowledge to become gods themselves in occult mysteries. And again, I want to highlight that when I went through my experience, these demons or entities told me that I was God as well, that everyone is God. You just have to realize it, right? So again, if there was no connection to this, they would have told me some wacko thing, some other thing, that I'm, a billionaire or something, or I'm a great sailor or somewhere. But no, they always tell you the same thing, right? That you got to manifest your reality. You can be a god yourself. You can definitely have all you want: sexual desires, power, money, fame. That is what they're all about. They're about creating their utopia. Then Gaga enters a room containing 4 tombs. From them emerged Jesus Christ, Gandhi, and Michael Jackson. The nurses then proceed to draw blood from each zombie, including Jesus, which is kind of not respectful. This is definitely disrespect, because the blood of Christ is definitely holy, and it is no surprise, again, she has him in this video. She's just taking blood from Jesus Christ just so she can create the clones that she wants. That she's basically God now. Jesus Christ is not God. She's creating the clones. She's just taking something from Jesus because he was a good person, right? There's a lot of things that don't make sense in the scene. Why is Jesus even there? Isn't the whole point of the story that he resurrected and ascended to heaven? So why is he in a tomb? Why does Lady Gaga have access to it? In Christianity, Jesus was not some guy, right? He was not just some prophet, some follower of God. He was God himself. So this is taking disrespect to a different level. Again, she doesn't care because she does not think Jesus is a good guy. They hate Jesus, and it's no coincidence they hate him, because he's the chosen one. So they're going to make him look like the bad guy. So you're definitely scared away from the truth. Then the blood is collected by nurses wearing stylized horns. Again, just, cult meaning. The horn nurses begin cloning a bunch of dudes wearing black suits. Everything now switches to black after that. Gaga wears crow wings on her head. In ancient Greece and other civilizations, crows were considered to be omens of death. Again, she has taken the character of death and she's playing it. Then we see the douchebag clones, and that's what Lady Gaga Sponsor Science produces, apparently. Gaga and her clone army stormed the office building, and Gaga force feeds some XX the blood of Jesus, Gandhi, and Michael Jackson. I'm pretty sure that any of these 3 figures would not approve of Gaga's plan, or maybe they're like, "Hey Gaga, give me back my blood. What is wrong with you?" The video ends with an upsetting scene: thousands of clone guys mindlessly leaving the Hearts Castle to annoy the world. And this is how the elite sees consumer of popular culture: a bunch of brainless clones doing as they're told. The clones emerge from the Hearts Castle, indicating that these clones are made the occult elite's way. So in conclusion, Guy is profoundly steeped in the elite symbolism and mythology. Shot at the Heart Castle, a mansion built by high-level Illuminatus, Guy tells viewers where the messages communicated in popular culture emerge from. The same way William Randolph Hearst manipulated public opinion with his brand of yellow journalism, today's culture affects public opinion through pop stars. So that is it for Lady Gaga Guy. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out if you want to. However, you can definitely see that there's something occult, there's something dark in that video, and it is of no surprise. Again, just letting you know what is out there and what it means, because most people don't really know what it means or don't make that connection because it's symbols. They communicate through symbols. Symbology has definitely a big impact on our society nowadays. So again, it's important to highlight Lucifer's strategies so we can definitely know the weapons of the enemy again. And the good news is that if you're with Christ and you have accepted Christ into your heart, you have salvation. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to be scared about this. You don't even have to think about this. I haven't been scared about this since I have accepted God, because there's nothing else to fear if He is with you. He is the one who gives you protection. He's the one who gives you love. He's the one who can conquer that evil that we see nowadays, evidently in today's society. I also want to go over a little bit more facts just so you can see how far the connection goes. Some things to consider: the Washington Monument is also built to an absolute height, making it 6,666 inches high and 666 inches wide. And you can confirm that in Wikipedia if you want. There are also many other references to 666 and Lucifer in general all over modern day Hollywood. Look at the show Lucifer, for example, which references Babylonian traditions commingled with Christianity. Lucifer takes the name Lucifer, morning star, and hangs out on earth being cool and sexy. Lucifer is also known as the name of the morning star in Latin. The morning star, or just a 16-pointed star, is also a symbol of the Babylonian goddess of sexuality Ishtar, which we saw in this video as well. The morning star also happens to be the planet Venus. Again, Venus all over again because it's mentioned, it's all connected, like I've been telling you. Roman goddess of love. Lucifer ties together sex, stars, the Romans, and Babylonians, and all mentioned in the Bible as well. You will see these mixed references everywhere, and they appear to all be used in the same group that built this snake-like building, which we see in the Pope Audiences Hall, right? Like I showed you. Try Googling 666I Hollywood, and then you will find as many people as you want showing the OK symbol, which is basically 666 over one eye. Again, I'm not really going to do it because I don't want that energy on me. But there are many more examples of satanic imagery if you care to look. It appears that this is a very old conspiracy that's still very active today. Again, what if I told you this conspiracy started thousands of years ago and we're just living a story that has already been foretold by the God of gods? Like I said, the Bible is the only book that has stood the test of time and that is still connected to reality today. Again, you won't find as many prophecies aligning as you see in the Bible because there's only one God. You've just been conditioned to think that it is not the right God, right? Because that is man's kind of image of Christianity, kind of image of the relationship you should have with Christ. However, don't fall for that. Do your own research. Try to go at it with an open mind, with a new beginning. Because I didn't really see the big picture of God and Christianity, or I didn't believe it was real at first, but then you start seeing all these connections and how all this has so many occult and hidden meanings going back to esoteric and ancient times, right? It has so much broad sense that you cannot make this up. There's too many coincidences for this not to be true. And again, I'm not telling you to not partake in this music and this popular culture, but like again, the message doesn't change. As if you do not accept God, then you're not protected, first of all, and then you're not thinking about your soul, right? You're not thinking about eternity. You're not really thinking about that because you're caught up in regular everyday to day life, right? Like everybody has their life, their journey. But trust me that this is the one thing I'm so sure about. We are not alone in this world, and the spirit world is very real. And there are evil people in the world that want you dead or want to persecute you. And especially if you're a Christian. If you're a Christian, just prepare, because these people do not like you. They're not your friend. But if you're with God, then who shall we fear, right? So anyways, guys, I think I talked enough about the occult today. Probably next video will be Bible-centered teaching. I don't like going into the dark too much. Just want people to be aware of it, because we are all living in this world, right? And we should all love each other, and we should want everyone to know the truth. And only God is truth. And Jesus is God. And there you go. That's all you need. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, and keep growing in the spirit. God bless.